Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for the rain you sent today and the cooler weather. We just ask you that we would remember what this season's all about and that we give you all the glory for it. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. We do our public communication in the beginning of our meeting. Mr. Clapsaddle, you have 3 minutes. Either one, turn it on, please.
Green light's on, red light's on, so I assume it's on. Okay, Judge, I was advised of a disturbing incident a week ago Saturday involving
Could you speak into the
I
microphone?
can't hear you, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Well, I'll start over then. I was advised of a disturbing incident a week ago involving you, Judge, and your wife. An innocent elderly couple who were avid bird watchers were spending time in Goliad and supporting local businesses. They are frequent visitors to Goliad. As they birdwatched down Clip Road, they saw you and your wife watching them from your yard. Before they passed your house, you drove off in the direction they were going. After they passed your house and waved to your wife, they proceeded down the road, find that you had blocked the road, and then your wife pulled up behind them and pinned them in. You interrogated them. Once you realized they were innocent bird watchers, you didn't apologize, but instead they say you ranted and raved about illegal bailouts. Many things that you did were wrong in this. One of them was, had they truly been coyotes, they might have been armed and you put your wife at risk. No telling what they might have done if they'd really been coyotes and armed and didn't want to be apprehended. Your actions could have besmirched Goliad. Now, this couple likes Goliad. They're well connected in the birding world. I don't think they're going to badmouth Goliad, but if that happened to somebody else, they might. Then you set a bad example for Goliad citizens, encouraging vigilantism. I see suspicious people on 622 all the time. Should I go out and pin them in and interrogate them and ask them what they're doing out there? No, that shouldn't be done. What you should have done was call 911 or the sheriff and report suspicious activity. That's what any citizen should do when they're concerned about something suspicious. You could have simply waved to them over when they passed your house and asked them if they needed help. That would have been a good thing to do. And I've done that with people who appeared lost on 622. So far as I know, you don't have any current law enforcement credentials and therefore shouldn't have been doing this. But I do owe you an apology if you're still a narc and you deputized your wife to apprehend innocent bird watchers. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Begin our consent agenda. We have 5 pullouts. On page 25, Commissioner Bruins, $422.24. Motion to approve, please.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Motion carries. Page 26, Goliad Auto Parts, $245.20. Motion to approve, please.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Motion carries. Goliad Auto Service, $15 on page 27. Motion to approve, please.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Motion carries. Page 28, Highway Garage, $810. Motion to approve, please.
So move.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
One abstention.
Motion carries. Page 29, Commissioner Edwards, $670.88. Motion to approve, please.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The remainder of the consent agenda. Questions, comments? If there are none, I need a motion to approve, please.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, discussion action regarding School Board Recognition Month resolution. Trey, is someone here that's going to participate in that, or? Well, they're having a school board meeting right now. Okay. I do not see that resolution. 2022 Goliad County Resolution School Board Recognition Month. Whereas the mission of public schools is to meet the diverse educational needs of all children and empower them to become competent, productive contributors to a democratic society in an ever-changing world, and whereas local school board members are committed to children and believe that all children can be successful learners and that the best education is tailored to the individual needs of the child, and local school board members work closely with parents, educational professionals, and other community members to create the educational vision we want for our students, and local school board members are responsible for ensuring the structure that provides a solid foundation for our school system, and local school board members are strong advocates for public education and are responsible for communicating the needs of the school district to the public and the public's expectations to the district. Now, therefore, we, the Goliad County Commissioners Court, do hereby declare our appreciation to the members of the Goliad Independent School District Board of Trustees and proclaim January 22nd as School Board Recognition Month in Goliad County. We urge all citizens to join in recognizing the dedication and hard work of the local school board members and working with them to mold an education system that meets the needs of both today's and tomorrow's children. In official recognition whereof, we hereby affix our signatures as 27th day of, this is not the 27th, this 13th day of December. Need a motion to approve that, please. So moved.
I'll second it with the corrections that are needed in that resolution. I said I'll second it with the corrections that are needed in the resolution. The two.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We appreciate what they do. Item number 4, removed from the table, discussion action regarding payroll transparency. Need a motion to remove it from the
I move that we remove from the table regarding the discussion action regarding payroll transparency.
Need a second on that, please.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, discussion action regarding payroll transparency. When we met about this last time, I said that I would ask the treasurer to look and see what we could do and what we couldn't do. I did that. Treasurer Howard.
I checked in on this. Every commissioner's court, I have to give payroll report. All this could be FOIA'd. It's also, since we're a government entity, everything is out to the public. So there's no reason that with the report that we've been provided with this new software, there's no reason why we shouldn't keep on with it. I'm here to tell you that full transparency is what my office wants to give the taxpayers and the court, and so that's pretty much what I've got on it.
Questions for the treasurer, please? You don't have anything for him?
No, sir, I don't.
I have a question. I was wondering about the bills and the checks that are written. Can those also be included in this transparency?
Yes, they can. That comes out of the APs and stuff, accounts payable, comes out of the auditor's office.
Okay.
We had a discussion earlier, and they had some stuff with indigent cares, people's names and things on it, and once they resolve that, they'll get more of the information out
Okay.
in this report.
Thank you.
Mr. Treasurer, Brian, does the pay scale that we have for all our employees, isn't it on the website as far as, what their start pay is, what?
Yes, I believe it's in our policy procedure manual. It's on the website.
But is it on the website too?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I know like when we get a new hire or something, we always have them sign a sheet that says that they acknowledge and know that the policy procedure manual is on our website. We don't print one out and give it to them, so they get on the website and look at it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if this is a time to say it, but I feel like that's adequate. Everyone knows what their pay is.
Well,
Why we have to go into how much their insurance is or some of their personal things, I think we're intriguing on their privacy too by doing this. I don't
this
wanna
is a
hide
government
anything from
entity,
anybody, but-
and it's all public funds, and it's all public information. So, I mean,
Well, my
if it was a
stance is,
corporation, it'd be a different story. But since everything here is funded by the taxpayer, it's all government or
Anyone else? Are you there, Commissioner? You thinking?
I think I am.
Okay, go ahead. Commissioner Morales?
Yeah, it's just, that's fine if you check with TAC.
yes. And
but
like
again,
I said,
I
it's
mean-
it's government funds. It's all public information.
Understand it.
And what I'd like to do on top of it is develop another report that shows all comp time paid out, the reason for the comp time, how much they have accrued, and how much they bank per payroll every time. So I'm coming with that report as soon as I develop it.
I'm done.
I am 100% in favor of transparency. I think the general public in Goliad County need to know where we spend our money on our employees, and that's why I'd also like to perhaps have the checks and the bills and whatever, that also.
I'll get with the auditor's office and get that.
And I understand that if you're a indigent person and you have a check written in your name, that would be,
Right.
that would have to be redacted, I'm
Right,
sure.
have to
but,
redact it.
I am, in fact, I'd like to make the motion that we,
Before you do that, I'd like to give
get
Commissioner Bruins the opportunity to speak if he has anything.
I have nothing.
You
I'm
have
sorry.
nothing? Go
I
ahead,
have
I'm
nothing.
sorry.
I'd like to make the motion that we include this transparency in our, on our webpage.
Have a second on that?
I'll second it, Judge.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, discussion action in regard to invoice from Infinity Communication Technologies regarding the City of Goliad, Beck Brothers, second repair to existing fiber cable. I'll speak on this first because I was there. We had a fiber optic cable installed many years ago. I believe that Commissioner Morales was probably part of that
When I work for the city, yes, sir.
installed. And the backhoe bucket got too close to the fiber optic, therefore the fiber optic was broken. We called Infinity Communication. We got them out there immediately, and they fixed it. The backhoe was still sitting in the same place as it was when it got into the fiber optic. Beck Brothers, or Infinity, I'm not sure which, backfilled that ditch. And the same backhoe, which it had not moved since it initially cut it, put the same backhoe bucket in the same hole and cut it again. First of all, I don't think that was a county, that's not a county issue in my estimation. This was clearly Beck Brothers that did this. They've got insurance to handle things of this nature, or they can pay it out of pocket. The first time, we did not have that cable marked properly, in my estimation. But to stick the same backhoe bucket in the same hole and cut the same piece again in the same place, we can't wear that one. I mean, that's what happened because I saw it. Were you there? I don't remember if you were there or not.
No, sir, I was not.
Okay. So that's what happened. This is not on us. I mean, telling you, the same hole, same backhoe. And when I said, what's going on with this? The lead man for Beck Brothers says, well, we had a different operator today. But it's the same machine, and whoever the lead man was or the foreman on the job should have said, hey, watch out, that hole that's backfilled there, there's fiber optic cable in the bottom of it. However that shakes out, but in no way, shape, or form is the County of Goliad responsible for this. So y'all weigh in if you wish.
In my opinion, I mean, that's the second time it was cut, and seems like it's the contractor's time to pay that second one.
Right.
So
Anyone else?
my question is, who's trying to get us to pay for this?
Infinity, because the city is refusing to pay. They're refusing to pay. They're saying it was a county line. Well, we'll stipulate to that. It was a county line. We had just paid to get it fixed. And I've explained to you what the situation was. I'm telling you, the backhoe didn't move an inch from the time they cut it the first time. It was still parked right there. So
So has the invoice been sent to the Beck Brothers? Have they been approached to pay for this?
They say that, they said they don't know.
it was, Victoria Communications is appealing to us. And here's it says they've communicated with Sherry Kunstler and with Beck Brothers about the delinquent payment. Beck Brothers says they don't owe the invoice, that the city must pay. The city, per Earl, said he doesn't believe they owe the invoice. We seem to be caught in the middle because we responded to an urgent request to repair the fiber by me because the county was down. So we asked them to come back out there 2 days after they'd repaired it, and they did. And I told them I would make sure that we got them paid. And we've made every effort to do it. It's not a huge amount of money. It's, I believe it's $3,985. But the circumstances are exactly as I've described them to you, and this is not our deal. It's just not. So I would recommend that we get with the city, whatever that looks like, and tell them this is not our bill to pay. And if y'all disagree with me, feel free to speak up. But I mean, it's exactly as I described it.
I would say, like I said a while ago, it'd be the contractors. The second time and you knew the line was there, the line was open, they could see it.
Okay.
Why you want to throw something on top of it and break it again?
Is this $39.85 for the repair of that same cable twice?
It's the repair for the cable the second time. We paid the first one.
Okay.
Because it was our bill.
Mhm.
But this second time, it's what's commonly known as operator error, or foreman error, or however you want to describe it.
So whatever happened the first time, we repaired it, but they still needed to get back down deeper or something in that area?
They needed
finish
to
their
dig
work.
again and dig a trench, and
Okay.
he cut the same fiber optic with the same bucket in the very same place. So I guess I need a motion to refuse this bill. Second that, and then we'll return it back to the city and say, this is something you need to get your contractor to pay it, or y'all need to pay it, but this is not us. You were out there, Commissioner. You saw, I mean, you know where the fiber optic runs, and you're familiar with.
No, I wasn't out there when they cut the
Right.
cutting incident.
Across the street and went to where they cut it,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there it went to the back of the library.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Again, I mean, this is going to be on the contractor. I mean, they knew
so I don't-
they knew the line was there. I mean, you need to, I would say, advise VCS here or Infinity that they need to pursue the contractor.
right, but the city needs to deal with their contractor, not the county. I don't think we have a dog in that race.
No, we don't. But that's what I'm saying. We need to let Infinity know that they need to pursue it with the contractor.
Okay.
Who called Infinity to come fix it the second time?
I believe I did.
Okay.
It could have been him, it could have been, I don't know. I think it was me, though.
Is,
And they acknowledged, oh, man, yeah. Well, we have a different operator today. Okay.
And that, I was there that day, and the contractor said, "This is our baby. We're going to take care of it." These contractors were putting in the new street on Fannin.
Yeah.
It's when all this occurred. So they were working for the city. Like you said, the line wasn't marked, registered, or anything. Back when it was put in, it was before all this happened, and they cut it. Well, that's our fault. But now, the next time, they know it's there. So,
So I need a motion to go back to the city with this in a second, if I can get it.
I would say go back to the Infinity. I mean, they're the ones that sent you this invoice. Is that correct?
Well, they've tried. And when you boil it down, we're the ones that called them. Andy was there as well. I mean, there's no disputing what happened.
Doesn't sound like it.
There's no disputing what happened. What's your pleasure? I mean, to keep on running the service contractor that we called out to the job to keep on running him around, it doesn't seem proper. I mean, he sent us an explanation. They sent us an explanation saying they had tried that route, and the city's saying it's not them.
Well, I think more than the city saying no, Beck Brothers is saying no, and they're the one that actually did this wrong. By cutting
Well,
out.
I don't know if there was any retainage that was held on that job. Generally, retainage spans anywhere from 6 months to a year, depending on the size of the project. If there's retainage left over, then I would recommend that the city withhold whatever this invoice is. Take it out of the retainage before they pay off the sum balance.
I would think that, yeah, the contractor is liable, but I would hate to leave the people that repaired it hanging, because next time we need them, they might not come. I would think we give Beck Brothers so much time to pay it, and if they don't, I would think we should pay it and then go after Beck Brothers. Is that possible? I'd hate to leave them hanging and then next time you call them, they don't show up. But I would think it is the contractors.
The date of service is January the 6th of 2021. So I believe if there was an intention for them to pay it, they would have already done so. And
11 months.
I just hate to hang a contractor out to dry that was acting in good faith, and they came to the site and got to work based on a request from Goliad County.
I agree.
And when the fiber optic goes down, there's a select few people in the Victoria area that's capable of repairing fiber optic. Even if that wasn't the case, we don't need to be burning contractors. When we call them to come do a job, they need to be compensated. And this is way out of bounds, 6th of January of this year. So why don't y'all tell me what you would like to do?
Well, there again, you hate to leave the contractor that repaired it hanging anymore if you do need them again. The line was marked.
They had repaired it the day before.
I know that, but they cut it the first time. There wasn't a dig test done the first time.
Just reading further in this, it says, we, being Infinity, we were told that when the job was done, when the job is completed, the money owed to ICT will be withheld from Beck Brothers and paid to us. These conversations have been ongoing for months. The problem is that the work was done as an urgent need, and waiting almost 12 months for payment does not seem prudent or fair. And I agree with them 100%. Les was confident in his conversation with the judge and understood the urgency to get the courthouse back in operation with fiber repair. We really need some help to collect this invoice and hope that you can help us with a solution. We appreciate working with Goliad County and for the city, whether in an emergency or everyday business. So they're reaching out to us because they've run all the traps and they're receiving no satisfaction.
Okay, I have a question then, because it seems to be clearly stated there that they would be paid by the city. They would withhold the money from the Beck Brothers who were doing I'm assuming the paving or whatever they were doing, which is I'm sure the Beck Brothers invoice was way more than $3,900.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, they should have, the city should have withheld the money and paid this ICT group or whoever it is.
Right. Well, in my view, this is an open and shut deal. I think that the contractor's been treated poorly, and the repair contractor, and the contractor who cut the line for the second time, he's out of line. But I don't know what we can do to force him any more than the repair contractor. But at any rate, the city took responsibility for this when we were on job site that day, and now they're no longer doing that.
Well, I agree with Commissioner DeBruins. I mean, these folks need to get paid. They came in, you call them to come and do a job, they need to get paid,
That's right.
regardless of who pays them. Somebody, they need to get paid. This is too long already.
So what are you recommending that we do?
Pay them.
Pay it out of our money?
What does it take to go after the contractor, Beck Brothers, to get our money back then?
Well,
What does that entail?
whenever you do a job of this sort, the contractor is required to have a named insured
Of
on
course.
his insurance certificate, and that named insured should have said City of Goliad. So why that wasn't hit on, I don't know.
Right. Anytime we put a hole in the ground, we have dig test. That's number one rule. And we
So-
still hit things.
So Commissioner Morales is recommending that the county pay the bill?
Take it out contingent uncommitted, and, because they're not through working for the city yet anyway, so it could be withheld from their final payout.
And just let the contractor and the city walk?
That's,
Well, that's what I'm saying, that we gone after the hole operator, Beck Brothers? Have we sent letters to them?
We have not. We were not aware that this was occurring
Okay.
until we got this correspondence in the mail.
Right, okay.
I certainly assumed that everything was paid and cleared from something that happened a year ago.
Is this something our county attorney sends a letter? Rob, is that something that we try to get our money back?
They were trying to dig a trench down the side of the pavement, and past that, I couldn't tell you why, but they did. The first time it was cut, they were digging that same trench along the side of the road, and they clipped the fiber optic. Beck Brothers. Same hoe, same spot.
Because again, that fiber optic cable belongs, all three entities have had a hand in putting all that fiber in the ground in the first place.
Right, and that's neither here nor there, in my opinion, because they clearly knew that the fiber optic was directly below the bucket on that track hoe,
Correct.
and they chose to stick it in the same hole and cut it again. This is no one's issue but Beck Brothers. It's just not. So why don't we let the county attorney write a letter? I'll supply him with all the information he needs, and we'll see if that takes us anywhere. Meantime, we'll write a letter to the repair contractor and let them know that now that we're aware of it, we're trying to get something done.
But they need to get paid. It's overdue.
That's what I kind of think. We ought to pay the,
I find it interesting that Beck Brothers was the vendor for the city,
Yes.
and the city was contracted through them, and this is bizarre that they think we owe it, that the city thinks we owe them.
Well, the
I don't
city
understand
didn't say
this.
that we owed it. They just said
They're not paying it. Apparently, they're saying they're not going to pay it.
Right, but they didn't say we owed it, they just said that
They're
they
not going
didn't.
to pay it.
Well, we've clearly stated it is Beck Brothers' problem. They caused the second break. Neither the county nor the city caused the break the second time.
That's right, but there is retainage,
Right,
and there is an insurance policy in force.
Yeah.
right,
And one of those two options should be exercised.
to cover that expense.
That's the purpose of this,
Correct,
the retainage and the insurance.
yes.
And the city, because they're the ones contracting with them, they're the ones that have the insurance policy, or should have the insurance
The
policy.
Be
contractor
named
would.
insured. So I need a motion to turn this over to our county attorney.
You know, but for us, I'll make the motion, but the thing where it gets cloudy to me is it was our line that got broke, not the city's. And we're the ones that made the call to get it repaired, which we had to. There's, you know, it's on Beck Brothers, either way you look at it, you know, but the city, I'm not even sure they knew at the time that, you know, because it didn't affect them evidently, it just broke the line coming to us. So I'm not sure how much the city knows about all this either.
Earl was there.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I feel like we need to pay these people, but it's clearly, to me, it's obvious Beck Brothers are the ones that made the mistake. Should be on them, but I think Rob could write a letter and we'll go with that.
All right, is that a motion?
I'll make your motion that we turn it over to our attorney to consult with Beck Brothers and see where that takes us.
Need a second on that, please?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. All right, item number 7, accept bids and award bank depository contract. Treasurer hired, and we have Trey Wimberly here as well.
That's the sealed bid. We only had one turned in from Goliad National. So I guess what we're looking for is the best interest rate, best fees.
That's the only bid.
It's the only one we got.
I'll make a motion, we accept that bid.
Have a second on that? It's to First State Bank of Goliad, First National Bank of Goliad.
First National Bank of Shiner, correct?
Steiner.
Need a second.
I'll second it.
Anything changed from the last bid?
Anything change?
The contract was a lot heavier. We,
Trey, did anything change that you know of?
No, sir. No changes. We don't charge the county any fees to provide depository services. And we do pay a premium on the money market and any accounts that the county has that are going to be interest bearing. And that's just kind of our philosophy. We're a community bank with an investment philosophy. And so our deal is to be that depository for municipalities and entities like yourself. So that's kind of how we're structured. And it's a way we feel that we can give back to the community. And so we're proud to get the opportunity to continue to work with the county. I'll answer any questions you may have. The long and the short of it is we don't charge any fees. We're right here close, and we pay a premium on deposits.
What was the interest rate? Because it was closed, I didn't even see it.
Well, there's several different interest rates, money markets versus CDs, and we're paying the county a premium off of our stated rate sheet. So it's in the bid, but when we've got a relationship like this, we've got a bid sheet that's open to general customers of the bank, and then when we're doing a depository bid, obviously we take that into consideration. So it's it's a bit higher than what our stated rates are.
Thank you, Trey.
You bet.
Start all over.
Thank y'all.
I need a motion to,
The
I'll
motion,
second the motion. Is
mo-
there- there's
motion's
already a
been made, motion's been made and seconded, I believe,
Yeah.
Judge.
okay, let's vote on it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. It's just that when we have like 5 minutes of discussion in between motions and seconds, it's better for me to start all over again. Okay. Public announcements.
Good job.
Got to be careful. On November the 19th, 1999, I was sworn in as the county attorney. I've had the pleasure to work with some great public servants over the last 20-plus years. Judge Ophelia Moreno, the late Judge Amelia Vargas, Judge Steve Kennedy, Judge Susan Moore, Judge Sylvia Valdez, County Judge and now Justice of the Peace Pat Calhoun. Commissioners that I've worked with, Kenneth Edwards, Alonzo Morales, David Bruns, former Commissioners Jim Krennick, Wayne Key, Ted Long, Poogie Frami, Julian Flores, Sheriff Roy Boyd, former District Attorney Mike Shepard, District Attorney Rob Lossman, Assistant District Attorney Terry Breen and Tim Pointer, Mary Ellen Princess Flores, and the late Gail Turley, Anna Lopez, Michelle Garcia, and the late County Judge Harold Gleinzer, one of the finest. All of these people I mentioned were and are team players. Every one of them put their personal need for power aside and worked together to do what was and is right for Goliad County. It has been an honor to work alongside of them. I am grateful for the opportunity to have served. However, due to a recent medical issue related to my 2015 automobile accident, I need to restructure my priorities. Therefore, effective January 15, 2022, I resign my position as Goliad County Attorney. I want to thank all of the people of the county for accepting me and my family into this community. Terry and I have treasured friendships and have enjoyed owning and operating the Blue Quail Deli. Our children, Lander and Ben, are both Goliad Tiger graduates and still have many friends from this great place. Finally, I want to thank Yvette Torres, my administrative assistant for the past 22 years. Her preparation for court have always been exceptional. She is kind, helpful, and gracious to everyone who walks into our office and is a problem solver extraordinaire. She is passionate about this community. She has always been a team player and has Goliad's interest front and center. I want to thank her for her service to me and to Goliad County. Thank you.
thank you. With that, if there's nothing else, I need a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved, Judge.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.